It is. The most amazing part about this is for all of us 90s kids, who I feel like I'm in kind of my own demographic today, but it looks like the aggro crag from Global Gus, which is awesome. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? Doesn't it? It's amazing. So first and foremost, it is absolutely overwhelming and incredibly humbling to be accepting this award today, to be able to speak with all of you this morning. Before I get into things, I want to thank Woodland Worldwide co-advisors, Elisa Oliver and Megan Geary, and all the Woodland students, faculty members, and community volunteers who helped to make today possible, this incredible event possible, and support for countless causes worldwide possible. So another round of applause for everybody who made today possible. So we're here today to honor and recognize our real-life superheroes, through whose thoughts, ideas, actions have pushed us to be better versions of ourselves. Personally, I was very lucky. I didn't have to go very far in life to find mine. My grandparents were and are exceptional. Each went to work at a very early age supporting their families. Two volunteered to fight in the Second World War. One immigrated to this country in search of a better life. One overcame a childhood filled with abuse and neglect. And they all worked hard to provide a better life for their children. Since I was born, my father has epitomized what it means to be a loving father, devoted husband, and a modern man. I am who I am today because of his unwavering love, steadfast support, strong values, and tireless work ethic. I'm also blessed because of my family, which extends well beyond blood relatives. They've taught me about the power of love and the gifts of family. But I owe the deepest debt of gratitude to my mother, who shared her boundless passion, infinite empathy, and unending love, support, and guidance with me and everyone else around her every single day of her life. On Saturday, November 7th, 2009, my mom was diagnosed with ALS. ALS is commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And as you can imagine, especially all of you in the crowd who took the Ice Bucket Challenge in August, and maybe even those of you who took it with me in September down at Beacon Host Company, you know how difficult it can be on not only the patient, but also their family and their support network. For those of you who don't know, ALS slips you into full body paralysis. So it usually sets with limbs, and slowly either your hands or feet more or less go to sleep until you are completely paralyzed. Then, as you can imagine, in the later stages of the disease, things like swallowing, breathing, talking become incredibly difficult. So in a way, you're constantly mourning the loss of ability, the loss of connection, and the loss of being able to support yourself. Despite this, my mother never let the disease touch her heart or affect her soul. Though her body was rapidly deteriorating, she was still as caring, loving, and compassionate as ever. And she still maintained her amazing sense of humor, even in the most trying times. You'll have to excuse me because I ran up Brimond Hill Road this morning and my legs are still shaking, so I apologize. My mother passed away in April 2011 at the age of 57. And now when she was here with us, she always had a question that we would spend countless hours talking about and countless hours trying to answer, and that was why the disease was happening to her. Now, through faith and through literature and through my own belief system, I tried to answer the question as best as I could, but I never really hit the sweet spot. And so after she passed, I found an answer to that question. And that answer, the meaning for what she went through, is the Susie Foundation. It's seizing on what my family has been through, what I have been through personally, and helping reach out to those other patients, families, and caregivers around the state of Connecticut who are going through very similar things. It gives her life purpose, it gives her life meaning, and it takes a positive, or it makes a positive out of something which was an incredibly negative moment in my family's history. And all of this is not a product of me being particularly remarkable. In fact, for those of you who know me, you know I'm pretty unremarkable as a human being. But it just came down to the decision to act and to do what I thought was right. And that is a very similar decision to the decision that all of you have made today to be here, to show up, to run, and to give back. So if you take one thing for today, know that a superhero is not Superman or Wonder Woman. It's real people just like you who get up one day and decide to make a difference. So keep a good thing going, give back, advocate, volunteer, run for a revolution. Do what inspires you, what breathes life into your days, and what will help make the world a better place today, as well as for all of those who come after us. And even if you can't leap tall buildings in a single bound, be your own superhero. Because even if the path looks daunting, or however impossible the odds may seem, you never know who's counting on your courage and who's looking to you for inspiration. So as Dr. King once said, take the first step in faith. You don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Thank you so much for this award. We're running Ribbon Hill ever again.